It gives me great pleasure today to sign the first full-year budget of this administration into law.
At last, the 2016 budget is signed into law. The wait is now over after controversies, high-level politicking over the document the APC government calls the budget of change, in storming and dramatic political game of wit between the executive and the legislature. That's the focus on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. I'm Sheon Wakimbale, and this is the Friday edition of Politics Today on Channels Television, reaching you live from our global headquarters in Lagos. Just before we get started, let's take a look at some of the top stories we're following on the political scene right now.
The political roundup on Channels Television. Here are your top political stories this time.
It appears there's no end in sight to the crisis rocking the Kogi State House of Assembly. The complex will have to be resealed by the police. The House of Representatives once again directed the Inspector General of Police to seal the Assembly complex pending when the crisis is resolved. This is one of the resolutions adopted by the House after considering the report of an ad hoc committee that investigated a declaration by the Attorney General of the Federation on the resolution of the National Assembly on the crisis.
The Attorney General has no powers, none whatsoever, under the Constitution or any known law, to reverse a decision made by the legislative arm of government.
The House is also demanding that the Attorney General of the Federation and the Inspector General be reprimanded for undermining the authority of the legislature. The Ogun State People's Democratic Party may be experiencing the worst polarization in its history. The aftermath of the Ward Congresses has split the party into at least three, as the different factions have elected officials to man the affairs of the party in the 20 local government areas of the state. Here is where some members of the party are meeting. They say this is the authentic group. From the national office of the PDP is the chairman of the Congress Committee, Mohammed Al Yaqub.
I'm now at the party secretariat, and anybody who decided not to come here and be on his own, I don't know what I will tell him.
And here is another group, the second perhaps, meeting for the same purpose.
It's not good, but we have to do it.
And here again, a third group of the same PDP. They also insist they are the real members and the rightful delegates of the party.
You have a lot of disgruntled people. You are always, it's difficult to have one group.
Staying with the PDP Ward Congresses and the controversies, from Ogun State to Adamawa State, the story is similar. Delegates and officials are not happy with the conduct of the Congresses. A member of the State Congress Appeal Committee says they were forced to sign a document which was sent to the party's National Secretariat.
Our people were forced to sign the document that they came to present.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Thank you so much for staying with us. 4 months and 14 days. That is how long the nation has waited for the first budget of the APC government. And today, the president signed the over 6 trillion appropriation bill into law. And for the president, the budget is the article of faith between his government and the Nigerian people. And these are his thoughts when and before he signed the budget.
It gives me great pleasure today to sign the first full-year budget of this administration into law. I thank the leadership of the National Assembly, in particular the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and indeed all members of the National Assembly for their cooperation in making this a reality. This budget is intended to signpost a renewal of our commitment to restoring the budget as a serious article of faith with the Nigerian people. This administration is committed to ensuring that henceforth the annual appropriation bill is presented to the National Assembly in time for passage of the Act before the beginning of the fiscal year. Through the 2016 budget, aptly titled Budget of Change, the government seeks to fulfill its own side of the social contract. The budget I have signed into law provides for aggregate expenditure of 6.06 trillion naira. Further details of the approved budget as well as our strategic implementation will be provided by the Honorable Minister of Budget and National Planning.
Well, what this means for many Nigerians is perhaps a practical reality of monies in the system, and contractors getting on the field would perhaps ease an economy. But surely a lot of water has passed under the bridge. Let's take a look at where we're coming from and how far we have come. A quick look at a timeline of the budget of 2016. Let me start with when the president was sworn in on the 29th of May 2015. If you calculate that, it gives you 343 days, that is 49 weeks, since the president was sworn in as president. And since President Buhari presented the budget proposal to joint session of the National Assembly, that's on the 22nd December 2016, is 4 months and 14 days. That's 136 days. That's how long we've come waiting for the budget passage. And let's take a look at, since the clerk of the National Assembly transmitted the past budget details to the presidency on the 22nd of April 2016, is a month since then, 4 weeks and 2 days. And of course, you know that the president wrote to the National Assembly at some point telling them there are gray areas in the budget that also caused a lot of controversies and back and forth. The issues of padding, the issues of missing budget, where those controversies trade this budget. But eventually, here we are today. We have the budget passed into law. Let's take a look at the details of the budget as we have it right now. The budget passed is a budget of 6.06 trillion naira. And the president has said that they will provide the details of the implementation plan for the budget. Well, there you go. That's how it is, the oil benchmark, what it was, the proposal at December 2015, the statutory transfer, the debt service, the current. But, well, on the program, it is not the details of the figures that we're concerned with. We're concerned with the implementation and, of course, what the executives should be doing between now and then. The politicians had a lot to do on this budget. Well, we'll take a moment. And when we return on the program, we'll be digging deep into this because I have experienced politicians who are going to be dissecting this matter on the program. Don't go away. Stay with us.